What's up, legends, it's Michał and welcome back to Made Up Universe. I know, I was supposed to go to see Captain Marvel on Saturday, but something happened and today, Captain Marvel, spoiler-free review, coming up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell notification button to stay up to date with all my videos. And now, let's jump into the review. Oh, wait a minute. Before we actually start, I've got a little announcement. This video is sponsored, okay? This is my first sponsored video, and here, ladies and gentlemen, I have a check straight from Marvel and Disney, signed by Kevin Feige. It's a real deal, real bazillion dollars. So I just want to make sure that you understand that this is a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't seen the movie, you can watch through that episode and find out what I thought about Captain Marvel movie. Initially, I was supposed to see this movie on Saturday 9th, but yesterday I was sitting at work, just sitting there and chilling, clicking, scrolling at work, and all of a sudden I got a message from my epic mad lad, DS Pyro. He's like, dude, 7 p.m, Leicester Square. I'm just like, dude, is that related to a certain movie about a certain captain? And he's like, I can't say anything. And then this happened. But I'm still going to see this movie on Saturday and I'm still going to make the vlog and it's still gonna be amazing. Let's jump right into that review. So basically, over the last couple of weeks, trolls were attacking Captain Marvel. I personally was defending that movie, but although I did that, I had my worries. There were things like the first trailer, it didn't look that great. The second trailer was a lot better, but still it got like this little dull moments. I wasn't 100% sure whether Brie Larson going to be a good Captain Marvel, and some of the CGI moments didn't look that good. But basically, after seeing that movie, I have no more doubts. All of them are gone, straight to the point. This movie was fantastic. It got everything you wanna have from superhero movie. It was entertaining, it was fully enjoyable, and I'm very happy that we finally got Captain Marvel in Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that the first thing that a lot of people were concerned about was Brie's acting. From the trailers, you can't really tell whether she's a good actor or bad actor, whether she fits that role or not, but after spending about 10 minutes in cinema, you straight away know that she's made to be Captain Marvel. After the entire movie, I can't really see anyone else as Captain Marvel. Her performance is remarkable, she's very charismatic and fits the character just perfectly. Like, a lot of people said that like Brie Larson doesn't have emotions, but like you've got 20 minutes of the movie and you already know that it's false. She's got plenty of emotions, she's not afraid to display them. She's serious when needed, funny just in the right moments, bossy if required, and being snarky to spice it up. And just generally, she's a remarkably likable character. In Captain Marvel, her dialogues are a lot more interesting than anything we've seen in the trailers. The trailers did not really show the character of Captain Marvel, of Carol Danvers, but in the movie it changes dramatically. And of course, her dynamic character plays in very well with Nick Fury. The dynamics of that relationship is an absolute highlight of that movie. They are absolutely meant to be on screen together, and this movie got this like a buddy cop vibe, and I'm absolutely loving it. Talking about acting, Ben Mendelsohn, that dude gave an amazing performance, absolutely outstanding. His character, basically, it's not what I expected, it surprised me in many ways, and it's definitely another highlight of that movie. I think, like, generally speaking, the Skrulls in this movie are very well represented. I think that was one of my biggest worries, to be honest. How they gonna come out on the screen? Is this gonna be like too much? Because the characters are like these green-faced aliens, and I feared that we might be getting another Piccolo from Dragon Ball. But it's totally not the case in Captain Marvel. It really works well, and also the shape-shifting transformation. It's a weird one. It's a weird sensation, to be honest, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Regarding Jude Law, I think Jude Law is Jude Law, and it's very hard for him to just deliver a poor performance, and this is the same case in Captain Marvel. He portrays his character really well and it's very enjoyable on screen. Lashana Lynch as Maria Rambeau, she didn't have a lot of screen time, but she made sure to make the most of it. But speaking about Rambeau family, it was actually Monica Rambeau who shone. This kid was absolutely killing it in every scene and she was just adorable. One day I definitely want to see her as Spectrum in Marvel Cinematic Universe, or maybe as another one carrying the mantle of Captain Marvel, who knows? And of course, the cat. Oh yes, the cat is something. He's definitely a show stealer, and if you are familiar with comic books, you know what I'm talking about. And oh boy, this cat is so good. The story of Captain Marvel is an origin story. It's a story about self-discovery. It's about learning who you are and discovering what you can really do and having a confidence to actually do that while the danger is looming on every corner. It is a very similar story to the story of Miles Morales in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and comparing Captain Marvel to that movie, which is one of the best superhero movies of 2018, definitely means something. The story mixes elements of like a cosmic adventure, which I'm a huge fan of, with some like Earth, everyday superhero business stuff. I think that not everyone can find all these two elements working well together, but me, you know what? I've seen Infinity War. I'm fine. The superhero Earth business is really spiced up with 90s vibe, and if you had the pleasure to be alive and remember 90s, you're definitely here for an amazing treat. In Captain Marvel, you will find a couple of very interesting plot twists. Although they're not something that like veteran comic book fans wouldn't expect, still I find them very enjoyable, especially some elements from her past. If it comes to the pacing of the movie, I think it was really good. It was like a well balanced. I personally did not experience any dull moments, but saying that, I have already seen some reviews where people were saying that maybe the first 20 minutes of the movie is kind of a slow start. Of course, if you don't have an interest in like this particular segment, I get that. I kind of get that you might find it like a little bit less interesting. And then the movie picks up and continues a very well balanced pacing till the end of the movie. Captain Marvel movie fits very well in Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is an absolute pleasure to see the early beginnings of S.H.I.E.L.D., having to witness a young version of Agent Coulson, still very adorable. Without getting into any spoilers, there are a couple of MCU lore things explained in this movie, and I think that generally there's just enough of fan service as well. From the visual side of things, I think that most of the time this movie is really beautifully made. It's got its own mixture of absolutely stunning visuals with some CGI that are not so. Captain Marvel, to me, was a very remarkable movie. I enjoyed it immensely, and I think that it's great that finally we have Captain Marvel in Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's definitely a worthy addition. Now I'm waiting for Avengers Endgame to see how Russo brothers gonna treat that character. In the movie, Captain Marvel gave a spectacular display of her powers. Is she the strongest Avenger? I think there's only one way to find out. Get her and Thor drunk and let them arm wrestle, with Sweet Rabbit cheering on. And the last thing, I don't believe it's a spoiler, but like one of the post-credits scene, it directly taps into Avengers Endgame. So go now, watch the movie. It is absolutely worth it. I really recommend seeing that movie. Don't miss out. Don't believe trolls, don't believe haters, just go and see it and come back to me, tell me what you think. And that's it for today, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, and if you do, hit the bell notification button to stay up to date with all my videos. And of course, higher, farther, faster, baby. See you next time in Made Up Universe. Look, Paulina, we reach! What do you mean? It's signed by Kevin Feige, and it's from Marvel and Disney.